You have genius level talent within you, greatness that you have yet to discover and unlock. But in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 ways for you to become your greatest version and level up. So if you're ready, stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel. I am Naila, and on this channel we focus on Black excellence, spirituality, knowledge of self, manifesting our dreams, and living our true purpose in life. So if that's something that you can vibe with, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for future notifications. It is Black History Month, so happy Black History Month to you all. Be sure to support your own. Take your dollar and invest it into your own community. All right, put your dollar towards someone who looks like you rather than putting it in the hands of someone who doesn't. And let's build our community economically. In today's video, I'm going to share 3 tips on how to become your greatest version and level up. So, what does it mean to become your greatest version? Well, to me, becoming your greatest version means stepping into your fullest potential and being all that you can be, being the greatness that you are, being one with your higher self, and ultimately living a fulfilling life. So who's ready to learn how to become their greatest version? If you are, hit that like button and stay tuned. Tip number 1, change starts within. So in order to see a change in your life, you first have to change within. You first have to make some changes within yourself. As above, so below. As within, so without. So our inner world reflects our outer world, or our outer world reflects our inner world. So what we see in our life, what we experience in our life, is a reflection of what's going on inside of us. So if you don't like what you see in your life, or you want to see a change, or you want transformation, first there has to be a transformation that takes place inside of you. Okay? So that's first. Change starts within. Be the change that you wish to see. If you want to see a change in your life, you first have to make some changes within your own self. Tip number 2 is to drop it like a bad habit. Let go of all of those things that are no longer serving you in a positive way. For example, poor eating habits, or negative thinking, or negative people, toxic relationships. All of those things that are no longer serving you and your highest good, you need to let them go. Okay? Drop them like a bad habit. So you can replace those things with more positive things that do serve you in a positive way. For example, if you have bad eating habits, replace them with good eating habits. Eat healthy foods, start changing your diet, drink more water, eat whole foods, eat more fruits and vegetables. Eat things that are good for your body rather than eating, a bunch of junk food like chips, cookies, cakes, sweets, and whatnot, or eating, boxed foods, processed foods, fast food, all of those things that, all of that food that is unhealthy and bad for your body and makes you, feel sluggish and lowers your vibration. Let that stuff go. Drop it like a bad habit and pick up a new healthy habit by changing your eating habits and changing your diet and taking in more healthy food. Okay? Another example is if you are dealing with toxic relationships or people in your life who are toxic, negative people, naysayers, those people who, say that you can't fulfill your dreams, or you'll never make it, or you'll never be a millionaire, or, bad relationships with, maybe a mate that you may have that might be, toxic to you, maybe talking down to you, or, giving verbal abuse, because verbal abuse is still abuse, all right? Maybe even physical abuse. If you are in any of those types of relationships, I was in one in the past, you need to drop it like a bad habit, all right? there's better out there for you, and when one door closes, another door opens, and there's better out there for you, okay? So drop it like a bad habit. My husband and I are rappers. We're MCs, independent hip hop artists. And he actually wrote a song on his last album, Antisocial Stoner, Volume 1, The Lost Tribe. He wrote a song called Cope, and it stands for cut off people and elevate. All right, so you need to cut off all those people, cut off that dead weight, cut off those toxic relationships, so you can elevate, so you can rise higher, so you can ascend and become your greatest version. All right, another example is negative thinking. If you have a lot of negative thinking going on in your head, negative programming, right? Negative thoughts, doubt, fear, low self-esteem, let it go. Drop it like a bad habit, okay? Replace it with positive thinking. Replace it with positive affirmations. Start saying positive affirmations to yourself day and night. Look in the mirror and say, positive affirmations. Repeat positive affirmations to yourself. You can find a ton of positive affirmations for all different categories, such as prosperity, self-love, confidence, right here on YouTube. You can also Google them. And I'm actually working on a gift for you all, a free gift, where I'm going to give you 111 of my favorite positive affirmations. So you'll have that very soon. But start speaking life into your life, right? Start speaking life over your life. Start saying positive affirmations to yourself on a daily basis. It works. Affirmations do work, because affirmations are a great tool to reprogram your mind. Our subconscious mind is responsible for 80% of our daily lives and what we go through, because it's our beliefs that actually control what we experience. It's what we believe in between our two ears. So if we have a lot of negativity going on in our mind, that is part of the reason why we aren't able to experience our fullest potential and experience our most fulfilling life, because we have these negative beliefs going on in our head that we have been programmed with, saying that we can't live that type of life, or we can't have millions of dollars, or we can't be successful, we'll never be anything, right? That people have told us, society has told us, and we need to reprogram our minds for success. We need to reprogram our mind to think and attract success, right? So affirming and using affirmations is a great tool to reprogram your mind as well as manifest. So again, you can find affirmations on YouTube, you can Google them, and I'm also going to come up with a free gift, a free resource for you with 111 positive affirmations for prosperity and success. So be on the lookout for that. So again, drop it like a bad habit. All of those things that are no longer serving you in a positive way, negative thinking, negative people, naysayers, toxic relationships, bad eating habits, let it go. Drop it like a bad habit and replace it with something that is good for you. Replace it with something that will benefit you in a positive way. Baby steps still move you forward. So start taking it day by day, right? Take it one day at a time and start eliminating these toxic things out of your life and start replacing them with new healthy habits. Tip number 3 is to become a lifelong learner, okay? Seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. So from the time that you're a little child and you're able to learn, keep learning until you go into the grave, all right? Most people think that once they graduate from school, that they are done with learning. But that's how people become stagnant and stuck, because they stop learning, they stop their growth. But if you want to become your greatest version, you have to always be pouring in knowledge. You have to always be pouring knowledge into yourself, into your mind. That's how you develop. That's how you become greater. That's how you become better at whatever it is that you do. So seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. Start developing your skill set. Whatever it is that you do, whether it be that you write, maybe you are a book writer or an author, or a musician and music writer like myself, or a content creator, or an internet marketer. Whatever your skill is, develop that skill. Work on that skill each and every day. Learn all you can learn about that skill so that you can be the best at it, so that you can become an expert, so that you can be all that you can be within that particular field. Okay? Start working on your skill set each and every day. And research where you come from. Marcus Garvey said, "A people without knowledge of their past history, origin, or culture is like a tree without roots." Okay? Think about a tree without roots. It is not growing, it's not getting nourished, and it is pretty much be lifeless, right? So we have to unlearn and relearn, okay? We have been miseducated about who we are. Black people in America haven't been told about our true history and where we come from. It's been whitewashed, and we've been miseducated since a youth. So we have to unlearn and relearn, all right? We got to seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave and research and look into our history and where we actually come from, okay? We come from kings and queens, right? In ancient Egypt, our people were rulers. You can do your research and find out all about ancient Kemet and your ancestors from Kemet, and how they created the pyramids, and how they discovered time, how they created mathematics, how they created science. All right? Our people created math, science, reading, language, writing, but all of this has been hidden from us. It has been whitewashed, and the truth has been kept from us. We've been told a lie. We've been told that our history starts as slavery, when it doesn't. It starts thousands of years before then, right? Our people were the first people to inhabit the planet. We are the original man and woman. So we created time, we created math, science, reading, astrology, astronomy. We are the original creators. We are the inventors of a lot of the things here in America. But we don't get told who really invented it, right? So we have to research. We have to rediscover, unlearn and relearn who we truly are. And some great resources that I like to listen to and that you can learn from are Nazir Ra. He's a great spiritual teacher here on YouTube, and he also has his website and membership program called Hidden Power University. He teaches a lot about ancient Kemet, and as well as Atlantis, and our ancestors that come from the stars. And he gives a lot of great information and right knowledge and practical knowledge on living your life and exuding black excellence. So be sure to check him out. Another teacher that I've been listening to recently is Scheherazade Ali, because I've been listening to the Hidden Colors documentaries, and they have been, very educational. So be sure to research those Hidden Color documentaries. But Scheherazade Ali is one of the cast members on Hidden Colors that I researched some more of her work and things on YouTube as well. And she talks about, how black women and men can have successful relationships and how to be a good black woman. She speaks about educating our own children and the miseducation of Black people and how we need to, educate our own children, as well as Dr. Umar Johnson. He also talks about educating our own children because, again, society, public school, they're miseducating us, and we would be foolish to send our children to get educated by the white man who is just going to tell them a lie, right? I homeschool my daughter. My daughter's in kindergarten right now, and we've been homeschooling since she was about 3 years old. So if you want to learn, how to homeschool, or you want information or tips on how to homeschool your child or how to begin homeschooling, you can drop your questions in the comments if you have some. But we got to start educating our own children and, teaching them the truth and teaching them right knowledge and not letting them get miseducated by the white man's education. So again, become a lifelong learner, okay? Seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. We have to unlearn and relearn. We have to re-educate ourselves and learn the truth about who we are and where we come from. So that's tip number 3. So that is how you become your greatest version. Those are my 3 tips that you can use to level up. 1, recognize that change starts within. 2, drop it like a bad habit. Drop everything that is not serving you in a positive way, like a bad habit. And 3, become a lifelong learner. All right, develop your skill set. Research and learn who you are, where you come from. Learn your history and the truth about your history. And seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. If this video resonated with you and it helped you in any way, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share if you care. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe and hit the bell so you can get notified when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. Peace and love.